Hello Gun Nation, Big Johnson coming at you. Alright, what we've got here is the Ruger. This is the 2245 Ruger Tactical. A lot of y'all have probably seen it on the channel before. I've had it for quite a while. I've been shooting it, having a good time with it. This is not your standard one though. It does have the Apex trigger kit in it. It does have the lock grips, the Tandem Cross mag extension, Tandem Cross loader, the Holosun 507C. It's got the Tandem Cross comp. It's got the little Tandem Cross safety. It's kind of like a ledge, if you can see that. But it's got some goodies on it, and I kind of wanted to talk to y'all. I went and shot it yesterday at Texas Gun Experience, having some fun with it. Also, I do have a lot of these mags here with the red. This actually is adding one more round, so it's 11 rounds with this little follower here, and those are Tandem Cross also. But just wanted to kind of share what my experience was with it. So I did take the comp off. There's an O-ring under here also, and I put the Dead Air mask on it, so you can see it here. This is mine. It's officially out of jail. So did run the Dead Air mask, and I was thinking about setting up the camera to do videos on it and stuff like that, but there were so many people shooting and it was loud. I didn't think y'all would enjoy it because it was like bang 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 bang. I mean, you can imagine how the new gun owners are out right now, and they're shooting up ammo. I mean, I had people, probably a newer gun owner, that doesn't know quite about the ammo type shortage that a lot of people are having, and he was just doing mag dumps on a piece of paper at like 10 yards from it was a 300 Blackout. And I was like, dude, it's hard to find 300 Blackout ammo. Now, maybe he had a ton of it, or maybe he doesn't, but it is what it is. So wanted to kind of share some experiences with you with the Dead Air mask on it. So screwed it on, started shooting. I shot this Federal 40 grain, and y'all probably recognize the boxes. It's just kind of like the multi-box. Also, I carry a lot of my ammo in these little things, and I keep like the lot numbers and everything on these, just in case something were to fail. So I shot Federal, and that's the 40 grain. I shot the Federal Auto Match, and there's the lot number right there on the inside of that. But it's just this Auto Match. I think it's 36 grain, I believe. And then I shot the CCI Suppressor 22 40 grain. So with shooting it with the Dead Air mask on it, having a good time shooting it, bang, bang, bang. I was like 15 yards away, just having fun, blasting. Like every other round, it was like jamming. Now, of course, the bolt's open right now, so it's unloaded. But the bolt was jamming, it was jamming up, and I was like, what the heck? What would happen is it would be stuck out of battery, and it would do this to the rounds. It would just crunch them in there. And of course, they were trying to go up in the feed ramp like this. The bolt would come forward and just smash on it. So I'd have to eject it. Then it would shoot like one or two, and then it might do this again. But I had several. I mean, I probably shot over 100 plus rounds yesterday, and a bunch of them were doing this. And I was like, what the heck? So I started running this, the Suppressor 22 40 grain, ran flawless. No issues, no nothing, didn't bend any of them, ran perfectly. So obviously for this can, I'm going to have to run this. And this is 40 grain, you'll notice also. Or I'm sorry, this is 45 grain, and this is 40 grain. So I thought, hey, this wouldn't have any issues. Now, without the Dead Air mask, without the without the can, this thing runs perfect. I mean, it runs like a spotted dog. Just when you put the can on it, it started doing this, bending these rounds and doing that weird thing. It's never done that before. So I thought that was kind of strange. But I'm kind of new to cans too, being very honest. So I guess I'm going to have to shoot the 45 grain stuff all the time, because I have a feeling this is too fast, and the slide is obviously faster, so it's smashing those rounds. So gonna have to probably shoot these heavier loads. But how did the dead air mask do? Did great. No issues. Everything was fine. However, when I was done, I went to unscrew this off, and I only put it on by hand. I went to unscrew it off, and it was locked on there. It was literally locked. So I was like, great. So what I had to do was take the can apart. I had to actually take the can completely apart. I'll just show you. I took the can apart, just like this, pulled it off the gun, and this was stuck on the gun. Those threads were stuck. So I just ran back to the gunsmithing room and stuck it in a vise with a piece of leather around this, and then was able to unscrew the pistol out of it. So kind of had a little bit of carbon lock on it. I know that can happen, but I didn't expect it to happen. I'm used to those Q tapers. Man, with those tapers, I've never had any carbon lock with that thing. But then again, I haven't shot it like a ton. But heck, I haven't shot this a ton either. When it was in jail, I actually did. I take that back. I did shoot it quite a bit on the 22 rifle, but I had never had it lock on anything. So it's kind of new to me. But anyway, you know, really love this pistol. If you're thinking about getting the 22-45, I highly recommend the tactical. It gives you a lot of weight. The reason I got the tactical for the weight was kind of comparing it to the Shadow 2. Wanted a little more weight than having a super light gun. Not the 22 snappy or anything, but this thing is literally like shooting a BB gun. I mean, it is so freaking flat and so fun. But that trigger, the Apex trigger, if you're thinking about that, get it. It's awesome. Love that trigger. Super light. You know, of course it's racked back, but anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. That's just kind of a little heads up. You know, headed to the range, had that little carbon lock issue. Hopefully that won't happen again. But anyway, if you have any questions, please leave them below. I appreciate y'all so much, and remember, an unarmed nation's a very weak nation, so we all got to carry on.